Hey, what's up, Izzy? Hey, Jessica. Oh, hey, everyone. It's Jessica. She's one of our regional coordinators here at NASPA. Can you believe we have to write essays for all of these scholarships? Look, they have one for duck calling and even a zombie apocalypse, but I have to write essays for all of them. I bet it's not that bad once you get started. And sometimes you can use the same essay for more than one scholarship. I'm just not sure if my writing skills are that good, and I have all these thoughts in my head, I just don't know how to put them on paper. The writing process can look different for everyone. In just 5 easy steps, we can help you in your journey as you write your A-plus essay to earn money to help pursue your college dreams. Oh, really? In just 5 steps? All right, let's hear it. Step 1. The first thing every good writer does is brainstorm. This is just getting your thoughts down on paper. For some, this can be the hardest part, but it doesn't have to be. If you're stuck and can't think of anything, try going for a walk or phoning a friend to get those creative juices flowing. Step 2. Now it's time to work on that draft. Now that you know what you want to write, let's get it on paper. For this step, all you're going to do is simply write down every idea you had down to the smallest of details from your brainstorm. Step 3, now it's time to revise, and revise again. Here, you're going to refine what you've already written. Add or take away any unnecessary words or phrases, make sure your word count is correct, and give your essay to a friend or a family member to give their input. If you don't have someone available to review your work, ask a teacher to take a look at it, or find out if your school has its own writing assistance resources that you can take advantage of. Replace overused or unclear words, focusing on accurate expressions. Use a thesaurus to expand your vocabulary. Read your writing aloud to ensure it flows correctly. For your 4th step, you want to edit your masterpiece. This is the process of fixing any mechanical, grammatical, or spelling errors you may have made. And once again, check your word count. Be sure all sentences are complete, correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Change words that are unclear or used incorrectly. Check for correct subject-verb agreement, and have someone look over your work again. If you need help with grammar during the editing process, be sure to check out the online writing tools available on our website. Step 5. Now you're finally ready to let the world see your masterpiece. Have someone look over your work one more time and then make any needed edits. And after that, you're ready to finally submit your essay. And remember, you can get a copy of these tips in our Counselor's Corner. Thanks so much, Jessica, for the tips. Anytime. Happy writing. Actually, thank you so much. Let's do this.
What's up, students? After another unique year of distance and hybrid learning, your tenacity, resilience, and determination were unmatched. 2021 was not easy, but you guys handled it like pros. LASA programs in Louisiana Europe held 2 virtual fly tours in 2021 and found success in exposing more students to the importance of understanding why college selection, financial aid, and degree completion lead to a successful career start. Over 9,000 students logged into Zoom to see the spring and fall 2021 Fly Tour. Over 900 viewers were exposed to the Fly Tour on LASA's YouTube channel, and for that, we thank you. Using interactive games to expose you to your post-secondary options was so much fun. And I gotta give a special shout out to our participating post-secondary partners. We heard from Louisiana Tech University, Delgado Community College, Southern University and A&M College, Louisiana State University, Northwestern State University, Southern University Shreveport, Grambling State University, and Dillard University. We hope that you now have a better idea of an institution that is your best match. Oh, and one more thing. We have some new ideas underway for the Spring 2022 Fly Tour, so I'll see you soon at a campus near you.
F.L.Y Tour Network.
Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Hello. How are y'all? Did y'all have that up after lunch going on?
Let's see. So we have our schools coming in. We have a Struma with our middle school 7th grade. Let's see. What else do we have on here? All right, we have F.K.Y Middle. All right, guys. So welcome back.
Hello.
So today we are part of the 2022 F.L.Y Tour, and we have a very special guest that will be speaking to us later on in the show. We have Suno, the Southern University of New Orleans. So we are very happy to have them here with us today.
Absolutely. I was just taking everybody and I was seeing who's here. So we have the F.K.Y Middle School. Tiffany Boss, are y'all with us today? And then we have the Astroma Middle. We have a lot of people here. So yes, we hope you're having an awesome school year and we're doing everything and hopefully you're doing everything in your part to prepare for your future.
Yes. Before we get started, we have to go over some quick rules to make sure the show progresses well. So first, we want to thank you and your counselors, the teachers, and everyone for allowing you guys to be here today, because we know you could be doing other things. So thank you for taking some time out to spend it with us today.
Yes. Secondly, we need to make sure that everyone remains muted so that everyone is able to hear everything that is being presented. But there will be times that we will ask you to mute yourselves, so you can either have someone in control of the mute button, or you can raise your hand and we will unmute you, because we do want you to be active with us. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you change your name so we know what breakout room to put you in. So make sure you put your school and your grade level and your teacher's classroom. So school, grade level, and classroom. So that way we can put you in the right breakout room when it's time for that, because we want to make sure that you're getting the right information and things.
Yes, and you can do that by going in the left-hand side. It should be like in this corner right here, you should see 3 dots. And then when you click it and scroll down, it just says rename, and that's how you can get it to rename yourself. So, and lastly, I just want to let y'all know just to please respect all of the presenters that will be happening today and will be on the sessions today. And most importantly, please respect each other and the other schools that will be here today.
Yes. Now that that's out of the way, it's time to have a little bit of fun. We want you guys to get to know us a little bit better. I know it's been a while since we haven't seen you guys.
All right.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I know you're probably wondering, who's this guy? Well, I'm Brian, and I'll be your new junior advocate for my Lots for College advocate. As you know, my Lots for College advocate, CA for short, is designed to help students. Hey, what's up, everybody? I know you're probably wondering, who's this guy? Well, I'm Brian, and I'll be your new junior advocate for my Lots for College advocate. As you know, my Lots for College advocate, MLCA for short, is designed to help students just like you with preparing for college and career readiness. Just like our other advocates, Izzy, Darren, and Kayla, I'm here to assist you with determining the best path for life after high school. So we're on this journey together. We know there's so much to do with so little time, but that's what we're here for. Don't forget that we provide advice, tips, and resources. So make sure to follow your advocate on social media. Again, I'm Brian, your new junior advocate, and you'll be seeing a lot more of me now.
What's up, guys? It's Darren, your sophomore college advocate.
Hey, Izzy.
Hey, Kayla, how's it going?
Good. So good.
I see you met Brian, your new junior advocate, and now we're going to get to know him a little bit better, see if he can pass the LOSFA test.
What test? I didn't know this was a test.
So today we'll have some questions. So I'll ask you some questions and then you could ask me some questions. And we'll just let all our freshmen and our seniors and juniors and sophomores get to know us a little bit better.
So, you ready to get started?
That sounds amazing. Let's get to it then.
You ready to get started?
You ready to get started?
All right.
All right, Izzy. So let's get started with some basics. So where did you grow up?
I was born in Guatemala. I was there for a year. And then other than that, I grew up in Baton Rouge for the rest of my life.
What's something that's on your bucket list?
Something on my bucket list. I have a lot of things. Actually, one thing, I really want to go skydiving.
Scott?
Like real sky, out the airplane skydiving.
So then where did you end up going to college?
So I went to college at UL, the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Go Cajun.
There you go. I remember it. I was there for a year. So that's a really good college.
What school did you go to and why did you choose it?
So, I am an alumnus of the Southern University and A&M College here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I grew up going to homecoming and football games and Bayou Classics.
I went to Northwestern State University, Forkham Demons.
I did. I went to a lot of different colleges and made me well-rounded. I did a little bit of everything. I started out at UL. I started out in the art program. And then I ended up going to BRCC for a little bit at the community college because I wanted to try and figure out what I wanted to do while getting those core classes out of the way. And then I eventually transferred to LSU. So I got like the really small college, the medium college, and the very, very large college experience.
What inspired you to go to college?
If we're being bluntly honest here, just to get away from my family. Wait, this not gonna be online, is it?
Yeah, right on LOSFA's YouTube channel at LOSFA 1000.
I gotta change my answer. I want my mama saying that. What superpower would you ever want and how would you use it?
Oh, that's a good one because I think about superpowers all the time because I love Marvel and superhero movies. I would have to say teleportation.
I thought about it and I realized that I would love teleportation because then I would be able to get a little bit more sleep and I wouldn't have to worry about traffic and I could go anywhere in the world without having to pay money for a rental car or flights. It would be so nice.
I would either want to be able to control things with my mind so that way I can lay on the sofa while I clean up my house.
What do you miss about high school?
The opportunity to be on stage. I was in the performing arts program in my high school and I spent a lot of my childhood and life just in rehearsals and on stage. So that would be something I say I miss the most. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be?
Oh, this easily. One of my favorite animals is a dog, but for sure, I'm a turtle or like a fish.
My animal would have to be a phoenix. You know, even though phoenix may not be real. They grow and then they die, but then they rise from their ashes. So yeah, phoenix, whether it's real or not.
Harry Potter fan?
I am.
Well, here's a good one. What is your favorite board game?
My favorite board game. I don't play a lot of board games. So I feel feel like I have to like go backwards. Like, I mean, my favorite one when I was growing up was definitely Sorry. I always wanted to play Sorry.
Why did you choose to work for LOSFA and become a LOSFA advocate?
It was always about providing equity of college access to students who may have grown up just like you and I did. And being able to see them, motivate them, work with them, that makes this work special to me because it's a lot of information out there, a lot of things with helping students choose their perfect college or career readiness path, and just being able to be a listening ear or a helping hand is what makes this work special to me.
So what do you love most about being a college advocate at LASPA?
That is a really great question. But I think my favorite part is just being able to interact with just the students and having that kind of being able to, hey, just so you know, like, we can help you prepare for things, because there's so much to know about it, and to be able to communicate with them is so much fun, and to be able to hang out with them at the F.L.Y tour and do games. I think that's like my favorite part.
So why did you choose to join us here at LASPA and take the position as our public relations specialist and our junior advocate?
I love college. Like, I went back to school just because I love it so much, and just being that person that could help people.
For me, I definitely love the F.L.Y tour. F.L.Y tour is so much fun every week when we get to do that. And but I think just really being able to hear our students out and hear, you know, what they're worried about or what they're concerned about, and then when we are able to make content and things that really help them, and when they come back to us and tell us like, okay, I'm not as scared anymore.
Right.
I feel like I can handle this. I think that's the best part of the work that we do. When you see a student go from like, I was terrified about starting school or about going into this year of high school, but now I feel like I can do this.
And I'm so glad we had this chance to just talk to each other and just have this opportunity for our students to get to know each other, to know us a little bit better.
Absolutely. Well, it's time to get back to work. So
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you later, Izzy. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we're out.
Sayonara. Oh, wait. One more thing. The Spring 2020 F.L.Y tour is approaching. So be on the lookout, because we want you guys to join us on Zoom and YouTube Live.
All right, guys.
Right?
So you guys can see we have Brian, who's new to the team. He'll be here helping our juniors and my rising juniors. So please give Brian a huge warm welcome.
Yes, welcome.
What's up, everybody? What's up? So glad to be here today with everyone on this F.L.Y tour. I'm so ready. So hyped up for today. I just don't
Yes.
Right.
Good. So we do have a special treat for you guys. We've been doing the F.L.Y tour for the past 2 weeks, and we've had a lot of different size groups. But because you guys are our smallest group, you guys want to get to hang out with each of your advocates and not necessarily go to a breakout room. So we're all going to hang out here together on the main floor and have some fun.
Yes. So that means that we really want to see your energy, and that because you won't be broken up by the seniors, juniors, freshmen, sophomores, middle schoolers, that y'all all have to be have the energy and be hyped, because you know, seniors, you want to show these middle schoolers and these underclassmen exactly how they should be coming for their senior year.
I don't know, those that are in the 9th grade or middle schoolers, we have to show everybody up that with participation in everything is going to be so much fun. So let's show them how great we can be.
Yes. So now that we have some people here, who all knows what a major is?
Yeah, so you could put that, so you could also interact with us in the chat. So
Or
you
you
could
can
put it
unmute
in the
yourself.
chat.
Who knows what a major is?
FK White, I see you with your hands up, FK White. Manny, what about y'all? Y'all know what majors are? Oak Park, what about y'all?
I know somebody knows what a major is.
Let's see a few hands.
Okay. Do somebody want to put it in the chat what a major is?
Or some
Right,
majors
let's
that
see
you're
what we
thinking
got.
about. What are some of the majors you guys are thinking about? Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. Let's see who knows what they're going to go to college.
A
All
major.
majors for studies.
Yeah, yep, a major. Yep, that's the most simplified way to describe a major. It's
True.
when you study something.
Because you do have to study something till you have a major. It's
Specialized approach, yep.
criminal
Criminal
justice.
Justice.
Yeah, that is a major. What else you guys got? Anybody want to be an
Justice, that's a good
architect?
one.
Anybody want to be a doctor?
Doctor of Agriculture.
Education.
Education, yep. Nursing, any future nurses here? Nursing is a major. Communications, anybody want to be a journalist?
Okay, extreme middle, we have law, criminal justice, education, nursing, and engineering. Yes, these are good ones. These are really good majors.
Those are really good.
Yeah, so
Yes.
someone asked what we majored in. I majored in the College of, what's it called? Communication Studies.
My major was biology.
And I majored in mass communications with the concentration in public relations.
Yeah, I majored in mass communications also.
I'm the oddball. I was a biology major with a minor in psychology.
You can tell we like to communicate with people. So
the tech industry is one of the largest growing industries right now. So great choice.
Yes.
Yeah,
so whether or not you answered yes or no to those questions, so it's okay if you didn't know what a major was, and it is because all your fellow students helped you out to learn what that is. And then also it's okay if you don't know what you want to major in yet. It is perfectly fine to be undecided right now, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you thinking about what you want to do for your career, so that you can know what you want to major in. So we want to get you right on track, especially my 6th, 7th, and 8th graders.
Right. And like she's saying, it's never too early to just begin to prepping or even to start to think about what you might like what you would enjoy and prepare yourself for high school and life after high school. So today what we're going to go over is we came up with a thing called LOSTO's 5-point match, which is a tool that helps you make sure that Louisiana scholars like you have everything you need to prepare for, just to be prepared for college and beyond that.
Yes.
Yes. So for my students who don't know what a major is, or even if you do know, but you're unsure about which path to take, I want you guys to head on over to unlockmyfuture.org. Brian's going to drop it in the chat, and take that quick quiz to get you guys thinking about possible career matches and majors that you're going to need to know about. Someone in the chat said, what do you go to college for to major, to be a teacher, doctor, or lawyer? So education, there's different types of, you can major in secondary education, post-secondary education. So these are different things to look for, but it will be essentially an education major if you want to be a teacher. Doctors, you're probably going to major in something science related, depending on what
biology is usually the baseline for medical school. You're going to get pretty much all your prerequisites, unless some schools do offer a pre-med program, so that may be an option too.
Yes, and lawyers. Now, lawyer is it's kind of the unique one. You can literally major in anything and still decide to go to law school. So, like Izzy said, she majored in communication studies. If she wants to decide tomorrow, hey, I'm going to apply for law school, I can. But if you want to have a direct lead way into it, something under those social sciences, so like criminal justice, political science, pre-law, majors like that will give you a direct feeder into law school. But literally, lawyers go have any kind of major and then just decide to pick up and go to law school.
And when there's specified careers such as doctor or lawyer, there is further education included in that. So there's also specified exams you have to take. I know to become a licensed lawyer, you need to take the bar exam. For the doctor, you need to take MCAT, and to be a doctor, you take 4 years of medical school plus an additional 4 years of residency. So it's also finding your choice. Is that something that you can see yourself doing, or you're motivated enough to get through?
Yes. Good point, Izzy. So remember that there is a path for each of you, whether it's because you may not want to do additional school after college. You may want to do a certification after high school. Maybe you want to do a 2-year degree like an associate's, or you want to do your 4-year program to earn your bachelor's. There is a program that is for you. So you just have to choose what is best for you. And that's what we're here to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so we're going to jump right into these games to get you guys thinking about all the different things that we told you about. Because I promise you, a lot goes into choosing the perfect major for yourself or perfect path after high school.
Right. So
Yes.
get ready to use the chat because there's going to be a lot of fun games and it's going to be very interactive. So we want you to make the most of it. Be sure to interact because it's fun for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
it's good if you pick someone from your class that can be part of the chat. So they can be in the chat to be active that way. Also, you'll be able to unmute yourselves to answer the questions. Just make sure after you answer that you go back and mute yourself back. Okay.
And if you need some help, just feel free to phone an advocate, drop it in the chat, or be like, or unmute, like, I need advocates.
Right. So just so you know, my name is Izzy. So if you want some good advice, feel free to just reach out to any of us.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So we are going to get started. So first, you are here at the Financial Literacy for You tour. So we are doing this virtually and we are going to play some games that is going to take you through the LASFA 5-point match. Okay, so we're going to talk about some things that have to do with college and then we're going to test you and see what you know. So let's start with match point 1, which is aptitude, skills, and interest. Okay, so with our aptitude, skills, and interest, we are looking at just what it says. What are you interested in? So what are the things that get you excited? So like, do you really like to paint? Do you like to play video games? Are you a person that likes to read and is willing to study a lot? Or do you like to more so work with your hands? So your aptitude, skills, and interests will help you to pick a career that matches your interests. So there are career preference quizzes that will help you do that. So that way you can see how much certain careers pay, how long you need to go to school for it, and what are the areas that interest you the most. So we are going to start off with some questions. And we have, like I said, we have a special guest today, Suno. So some of these questions are going to be related to Southern University of New Orleans. So we're going to test you out and see what y'all know. So let's get started. Question number 1. The blank are federal outreach and student services programs designed to identify and provide services for individuals from disadvantaged backgrounds. Is it A, Gear Up, B, TRIO programs, C, Suno Nights, or D, Student Support? Let's see. So y'all could put it in the chat. Which one do you think it is? You can, or if you want to unmute yourselves quickly and say it and then vote back.
Ooh, looks like you have a variety of answers, Kayla. We got some A, B, C.
C.
Y'all sure it's C?
Yeah.
It's A.
B. Yeah, B.
Trio.
They not reading the question. They not
Hey.
reading the question.
Can I read the question?
Hey,
It's
young.
A. It's A.
Hey.
Who said B?
Well, they're responding.
Yeah, it's A.
We say A.
I say it's A.
A.
All right.
Pretty much
So,
everyone
Oh,
agrees
mute.
with A.
I know.
so if you said A, you were close.
Oh.
Gear Up.
Oh,
Gear Up focuses on our high school students and transitioning into our first year, but the TRIO programs is going to be directly on campus for when you get to campus.
Trio program.
Yeah, so TRIO programs, when you get, and usually when you fill out your application, they're going to ask you certain questions to see if you're like a first generation college student and things like that. And they will connect you to those programs on campus to help give you the support that you need, which is really awesome.
Right.
All right, our next question. English, fine arts, history, African American studies, philosophy, music, Spanish, and communication are majors at Suno. What college do they fall under? A, disciplinary studies, B, arts and humanities, C, natural sciences, or D, social science? Ooh, y'all got the chat blowing up.
Yeah, they got a lot of B's, a lot of A's.
It's B.
I see a lot of B.
B.
I think majority is B. Drum roll, please. And the answer is.
And the answer is B. Arts and humanities. Hey.
Good job, guys. I see y'all.
Y'all know y'all stuff. Good job, y'all. All right. This college supports and promotes research and intellectual contributions aimed at improving teaching, entrepreneurial opportunities in the region, and awareness of global issues. It houses the academic programs of business administration, computer information systems, and public administration. What college is it? The College of Business and Public Administration, Humanities and Social Sciences, College of Science, or College of Government and Social Sciences?
We got a huge
Lot of different answers in the chat.
D.
Lot of different answers in the chat.
All right, we got some mixed answers.
Hey. D.
Hey.
All right, let's see. It is A, College of Business and Public Administration. Good job, y'all.
Those that said like D in the chat, y'all meant to say A, right? There was just like a little typo, right?
Yeah.
So the A and the D are real close
Yeah,
together.
real close to each other. See, just one letter between.
So in case you didn't know, a college, so the university will have different colleges that house different degree programs. So you will have different degree programs, so different areas of study that are all related under a specific college. So you have a big university, and then they're broken up into different colleges. All those colleges have different degrees that you can get under that college.
So what I always like to tell my breakout rooms is like, think of it like an umbrella. So the College of Business and Public Administration is the umbrella itself, and then put yourself under the umbrella, then that would be like your majors of business administration, business marketing, accounting. So you're under the umbrella of the College of Business.
Y'all,
Yes.
that's such a great explanation. I tell my breakout room, usually it's like Inception. It's a college within a college. So, but I really like the
That's a good one, is college within a college. Okay, so Southern University of New Orleans is part of the Southern University system. Now, what is SUNO's mascot? Is it A, Jaguars, B, kittens, C, knights, or D, mustangs?
And here's the clue. It is the Southern University in New Orleans.
Nice. It's the night.
Ooh. I think majority says C. Good
Let's
job,
go.
guys.
It is the Knights. Good job, y'all. Look, y'all know y'all
Southern
stuff.
University of New Orleans is the only campus in our system that is not a Jaguar as a mascot. So yeah, they are the Knights. Good
Very
job,
interesting.
y'all.
When we were going over this, that was something new that I learned. I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Good job, y'all. Do y'all know what the mascot is in Baton Rouge? Oh, wait, Darren, you already said it. So let's see if y'all were listening. What did
Really?
Darren just say? What's the mascot for Southern Baton Rouge?
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Ain't nobody messing with them Southern Jaguars.
So Southern University of New Orleans is a public 4-year co-educational institution. True or false?
False.
Let's
False.
Southern University of New Orleans.
It is true. It is a 4-year institution.
It's public.
It's 4-year. Yep.
So Southern University is classified as a particular type of school. Do y'all know what it's classified as? So it historically...
Black school.
A historically Black college or university. So an HBCU. All right. And there's a number of HBCUs in the state of Louisiana. Do y'all know any other HBCUs that are in Louisiana?
LSU.
Not LSU.
LSU is not a HBCU.
Rambling.
Southern University.
Yeah.
What's another one that's in New Orleans? That's a HBCU.
Nichols
drop
is in.
it.
Someone said in the chat, Xavier.
Xavier.
It's not.
Xavier, huh? I don't know.
Yes, Xavier.
one.
Dillard is
Southern
one.
University.
Delgado is not a HBCU. It's a community college, but it's not a HBCU.
So yep. So we got Xavier, we got Southern, and Grambling. We're missing one more in New Orleans.
I think Dillard's.
I heard it.
Dillard.
I heard
Yeah.
We heard
Yep.
it. Dillard. Yes, Dillard is a HBCU. We actually were talking with them earlier this morning, so we got to hear from them today. All right. So if you watch Bridgerton, the new season comes out tomorrow. So next part of our 5-point match, we have was number 2, which is academic match. So this allows students to identify post-secondary programs that will fulfill their post-high school education requirements for the career they choose and give them the eligibility requirements they will need to meet in order to qualify for program admission. So Izzy, can you tell them what that means? What does the academic match really mean? So that was a lot of words. What does that mean?
That's a lot of words. I was really excited to read this section. But to do the academic match is figuring out what is it that like we were talking about what is the interest, and then the academic match is figuring out, okay, so do they have what I need? Is that what I'm getting? What I need?
GPA. So our academic match is when we're looking at our GPA and we're looking at our ACT scores to make sure that we meet the requirements to get into that school. We also want to make sure that they have the major that we need. So if we know that we want to be a nurse, but they don't offer a degree in nursing or biology, or and that they only have basket weaving, well, that's not going to help you out, right?
Right.
So you have to make sure that your school has the academic match that you need for your career.
Right.
All right. So to help us with this, there is a very special program that is in Louisiana that helps you save money for school. It is a scholarship and it is called TOPS. Do y'all know? Have y'all heard of TOPS? Raise your hand if you've heard of TOPS. Okay, I see some people.
Okay.
All right. If you don't have your camera on, you can use the raise your hand function.
Oh,
So
they're
what
already
does TOPS
going for
stand? I know, right? They're going for it. What does TOPS stand for?
Hey.
Okay.
I gotta read it again.
No. Hey.
I see some mixed reviews in here. If you said, oops, too fast. If you said the Taylor Opportunity Program for students, then you are correct.
Oh, we correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job.
A future note, when you're looking at acronyms, the acronym itself will not be in what the acronym stands for. So A is not right straight off back because it includes TOPS. Just so y'all know for future about acronyms.
All right. So our next one, there are 4 levels of TOPS. Okay. So there's 4 of them. What are they called? Is it A, the TOPS Opportunity, Progressing, Honors, and Tech? B, Honors, Opportunity, Performance, and Tech? C, Assistance, Honors, Performance, and Tech? Or D, Tech, Honors, Elite, and Opportunity?
C.
Okay, I see B.
See a lot of B's. See a lot of B's.
I see some D's.
D.
See a lot, yeah, B's and D's.
Yeah, B's and D's.
All right, let's see who has it right. If you said B, then you are correct. So we have the Opportunity Award, which is our base level. Then we have the Performance Award, which is the second level. And then the Honors, which is the top level of TOPS. We also have our TOPS Tech Award. So this award is a 2-year award that can be used for technical programs and some approved academic programs. So some associate degrees do allow, you can use TOPS Tech 4. So even if you're not planning to go to a 4-year institution and you wanted to get a certification or an associate, potentially you could use the TOPS Tech Award.
Yes.
All right, here's a fun one. Let's see what you know. What is the GPA and ACT combination required to qualify for TOPS opportunity? A 2.5 and a 20. B, a 2.75 and a 19.
Ooh.
C, a 3.0 and a 30. Or D, a 2.0 and an 18.
Hey,
I ain't see the right answer yet. I ain't see the right answer yet. I don't know.
I saw somebody with the right
No, you ain't see the
answer.
right answer.
I was the one to say.
Okay, y'all. So, there we go. I answers. All right. So if you said A, then you are correct.
There you go, Jeff.
let's go.
All right.
I
So
don't
y'all,
see us, but I know we said it.
so y'all were trying to, so y'all were actually trying to make the GPA and the ACT score higher. Y'all said a 3.0 and a 30.
That's
So you, woo. So you need a 2.5 GPA and a 20 on the ACT for the Opportunity Award. If you are worried that you haven't gotten that 20 on the ACT, do not panic, because you may qualify for the TOPS Award. So if you have a 2.5 GPA and a 17 on the ACT, or a silver or higher on the work keys, then you can qualify for TOPS Tech. So that's our 2-year award. So 2.5 and a 20 for the Opportunity Award. That's the 4-year award. A 2.5 and a 17 or silver or gold on work keys for TOPS Tech. Okay. All right. Next question. Which level of TOPS awards tuition and an $800 stipend to recipients? Is it performance, opportunity, honors, or tech?
Oh, so I thought that was the top one. C.
Honors. You got it.
You got it.
Good, y'all know this one.
Right. That's the only thing I see.
Right, y'all know this one. Do y'all know? So if you were to get the, so y'all are correct. It is honors. Good job, y'all. So you get tuition and then you get $800 per year. So $400 per semester. Does anybody know how much you get for the performance award?
100,000.
So you get tuition and how much? Somebody said 500. Someone said 300. I see 200. 100,000. Wait, or is that?
I wish. I wish.
Oh my goodness.
900.
Look, I wish. So you get $200 per semester. So $400 total with the performance award. And as your stipend, you still get your tuition amount too. All right, next is cost of choice. So one of my advocates, y'all want to tell us about cost of choice?
Brian, this is a great time for you. You want to tell them the cost of choice?
I'll take cost of choice. Cost of choice, it deals with money and saving and making sure that you have all of your financials right, because college is very expensive. So you want to make sure that you save your money that you get so that you could buy what you need to buy, but also afford what you can afford. And it also deals with ways that'll help you save money, not only while you're in college, but right now while you're in high school, so that college will be less expensive.
That was beautifully said. As our new advocate, we applaud. That is amazing.
Yes, thank you, Brian. So so cost of choice is making sure, so we may have picked out what school we want to go to. Like we love the football team at this school. We have our major picked out, but can I afford this school? So am I getting enough financial aid to cover the cost of tuition and the cost of housing, and books, because you may have grants and scholarships that you can afford to pay the tuition, but can you afford to eat at that school? So we want to make sure that we are comparing the financial aid offers that we receive from the different schools to make sure that we're not just paying just to go to class, but that we're paying to be able to afford our books, our food, and our housing and things like that, so that we can have a great time in college and not be super stressed out and focus on our schoolwork. All right, so part of cost of choice are things like TOPS. So we just talked about the TOPS requirements, which y'all did awesome, great job. But also make sure that you're still applying for scholarships. Izzy, do you want to tell them about scholarships?
Sure. So search for and apply for various scholarships. So one thing that is very important is there's literally scholarships for just about anything. And it's even better if you know what you kind of have interest in, you can specify scholarships to that. And when I say they have scholarships for just about anything, they do. I've seen scholarships for if you're extremely, extremely tall, and if you're a part of this organization of being tall, there's one for that. There's one for being left-handed. If you enjoy making videos and exploring your creativity, you can submit that for an opportunity to get a scholarship. Making cards, there's just so many opportunities that you can do to like help save for college just by doing for scholarships too.
So I see somebody said what age. So you can start applying for scholarships as I've seen scholarships as early as kindergarten. So schoolers, you can start applying for scholarships now. There may not be a whole lot out there, but there are scholarships that you can already start applying for. And go ahead, Izzy.
And I was about to say with those types of scholarships though too, that some of them, there are scholarships for now that you can actually use in high school, but there are other scholarships that are willing to hold that amount until you get to college too.
Yes. So yeah, so definitely it's not too soon. And seniors, it's not too late either to apply for scholarships. So if you check out our website, mylasfa.la.gov, or go to our Facebook page, we actually post scholarships every month to help that search be a little bit easier. So we post private scholarships. There are also our seniors, make sure that you're checking with the school that you have been accepted to or that you're applying to see about institutional scholarships. So these are going to be scholarships like incoming freshman scholarships, foundation scholarships, or even scholarships directly related to your major. So how we talked about colleges and majors, you can go to that department and see if they have scholarships available that way as well. So there are plenty of opportunities to find scholarships. Seniors, it is not too late. My middle schoolers, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, it is not too early. So let's make sure we get those coins for college that we don't have to pay back, because we want loans to be our last resort. We are trying to have college paid without loans if possible. So now we're going to play a fun little game. Let's see if y'all know how much it costs for the different things that we need for college. So our first item is My Math Lab. So this is a student success kit access code that you will use to submit certain assignments and to do certain activities for your grade in college. Now, how much do we think this costs? So it's not a book, it's just a code for an online program. Do we think it is more or less than $65?
Yes.
More.
Less.
More.
Less.
Less.
Let's put
It ain't less or more.
Okay,
let's
Yeah, I got the microphone.
Less.
let's see. It is actually more. It is $138.65. Oh my goodness.
Great. This is expensive because this is basically like a textbook. It's expensive.
All right. So our next one. What's the average price of a chemistry textbook? Is it more or less than $250?
More.
more. Less.
No, less.
Less.
More.
More.
Less.
More.
Textbook.
Less.
That's how much my mom's cost.
Less.
More.
That's college.
I heard someone say that's how much my mom's cost. All right, Mom, going to college. Love to see it.
More.
All right, it is $242.65. Now there are some ways that you can save money on your college textbooks. My advocates, y'all want to give some tips on how to save money on textbooks?
Yes, when I tell you, I probably never ever bought a book from the campus bookstore because that's the most expensive route. So I went on Amazon, a website called Chegg. They have a website called netbooks.com, textbooks.com. And
eBay.
you can even like reach out to upperclassmen who may be selling their old textbooks. I promise you, textbooks are expensive. You might have a course schedule with 6 classes and you need a textbook for each class. You don't want to be spending $242 per book per class. And then on top of that, your STEM majors, your textbooks are going to be a little bit more expensive. So
Because they're a little bit thicker.
Exactly. So please look into ways to buy cheaper, or rent textbooks. I promise you it's going to help you in the long run. And you don't want to be stuck with all these textbooks by the time you graduate either.
Yes. And Darren said a perfect thing, saying about renting your textbook. So that a lot of times the university bookstore, or there are some other places, even Amazon offers renting and things like that, that you can, like, especially those prerequisites, because a lot of, when you're in your major, you have to take courses that may not seem like they apply to your major, but we're building well-rounded students and citizens. So you will take things that you need to take to know about it, but you're probably never going to look at that textbook ever again. So you don't want to have a collection of these expensive textbooks. So you can rent it for the semester. So you use it for that semester and then you bring it back to the bookstore. And rather than paying $250, you may have only paid $50 for the semester. All right, so next one. What's the average price of a mini fridge? More or less than $135?
More.
Less. No, it could be less sometimes.
I hear some bargain shoppers in there. I heard someone say on sale.
Hey, but this one has a freezer. That one has a freezer.
Less. More.
The Black Friday sale, y'all better catch it.
So if you said more,
I told you it was
Thank you.
if you said more, you are correct. It's $159. This one is a nicer one that has the, like Brian said, it has the freezer at the top. But you can catch I heard all of y'all saying, no, if you get it on sale,
Yes. Who said that? I need you to go shopping with me.
Right? Y'all are bargain shoppers. I love to see it. So make sure that you can also get them on sale, especially once it gets closer to the fall semester starting. Usually around August, they have those back to school sales, and you can get them for much cheaper. You might get them for $100 or so. And Darren, didn't you say that your dorms when you were in college already had them?
Yes. So be sure to look into your housing options when you're, planning what school you want to go to if you want to stay on campus, because sometimes residential halls do come with, a not a pre-furnished. Well, yeah, basically pre-furnished. All you gotta do is bring everything else. But yeah, they may come with a microwave and a refrigerator. So be sure to look into that and make sure, because you don't want to not have one. And then if you have two, then that's even better. I know my freshman year, we had a microwave and a fridge in our dorm, and I brought a fridge and my roommate brought a microwave. So we had two of everything. So there's really no way. So be sure to look into those options too when you're looking at your housing options.
Nice. So next we have a 32 gig flash drive. Is it more or less than $11? More or less?
Where you buy it from?
If I buy from
it costs like $10.
Y'all have flash drives now?
It
depends on what kind you get.
It depends on what kind.
You're right.
We're looking at a 32
gigabyte.
gig.
It's more. No,
it depends on what brand.
It depends on how much storage.
Okay, depends on the brand. Okay.
Depending on the brand.
How much storage.
Oh, where you go.
It's
Okay, all right, okay. Let's
Oh,
see.
where you go.
They are serious about their
Y'all know
shopping.
it. We don't even have to tell y'all. Y'all telling us depends on the gigabytes, but less depends on the gig.
Let's go every.
Yeah.
This one is $8.87. But look, I love this. Y'all are very aware. Y'all know. Y'all have been in the stores paying attention when y'all go shopping. All right. Next, we can't have bad breath when we are going to class. So we need to make sure we take care of those beautiful pearly whites. How much does toothpaste cost? More or less?
Less. It depends on which store you go to, but it's less.
I love y'all so much. This
Depends
is
on the brand
great.
too.
Okay, so for our Colgate, it is $1.62.
This is dependent on what you want. I have some teeth whitening tubes, and I did pay like $5 for that. So it depends what type of toothpaste you want.
Yes.
True.
All right, next one. Now I know y'all are gonna know this one. What's the average price of a Chick-fil-A sandwich meal? We love our Chick-fil-A.
Just the number one. Just the number one.
Right.
Just the number one.
Less. It depends on which type you get.
You're getting the number one.
You're just getting the one, number one, the plain one.
And it's the medium.
That's less.
It's more. It's $8.41. You have to add tax. All right. So our next one,
we're not on here.
our favorite struggle meal. It helps you get through a lot of hard days in college when you're short on cash. Our ramen, more or less than $3.12 for a 12-pack. A 12-pack.
It's more.
Oh, they said
I eat these
inflation
things
is
every day.
happening.
It's more.
Somebody's gonna eat it every day.
Every day.
Oh, man.
It's more. That's
Don't
more.
tell me inflation hit the noodles.
Don't you dare say what you
All right, I think it's time.
Okay. If you said $2.66, if you said less, you are correct. All right. So here we go, guys. Our last match point that we're going to go over with our games is social and emotional match, okay? So Darren, you want to talk about social and emotional?
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite match points because this is where you kind of just ask yourself, who gets me? And so I like to tell students that you're going to spend every day for the next 4.5, 5 years at this campus. You know, you want to make sure you feel welcome. You want to make sure that there are clubs that you're going to be interested in because like Kayla kept saying earlier, college is designed to create a well-rounded individual. So that means getting you exposed to different learning opportunities, experiential learning, you know, possible career paths and choices. So they want you to become a better version of yourself. And that's what social and emotional analyzes. Basically, which post-secondary match is the perfect match for you and which one are you going to have the most time just exploring yourself at. And so this next thing is where college tours come into play. So we know with COVID, they transitioned to a lot of virtual tours, but you know, we're transitioning back. So get out there, make sure you guys are visiting these campuses and you can see yourself and say, hey, I can see myself going here because that plays a part into your mental and social well-being when you get to college.
Yes. So like Darren said, the college tour is the perfect time to figure out if a college matches your social and emotional, is your social and emotional match. So we are going to do a little college tour Mad Lib. So we are going to create our own college tour. So make sure you have someone that is ready to mute and unmute. Have someone that is at the chat box because you got to have some quick fingers for this one. So we need some fast typers. Okay. So I'm going to give you some things. I visited Grambling already. It was cool. Yes, love it. Love that y'all started visiting schools already. So that's really how you start to see if you want to go to certain colleges. So we're going to create our own college tour. So I'm going to give you some parts of grammar, and you are going to give me some words that go with it, okay? So first thing, I need a proper name. So a first name. Give me a proper name.
Jacob. Me. Sydney. Jacob.
Okay. See Ramide, I see Alexander, I see Kobe, Tyrone, Tim.
Let's go.
Okay. Next, I need an adjective. Give me an adjective. So a describing word. So ugly, beautiful, pretty, gorgeous,
Terrified.
happy.
Terrified.
Okay.
I like terrified.
Interesting.
Ooh, y'all are coming up with some good ones. I like it. I like it.
Terrified.
All right.
You finna put Teflon on?
Put terrified.
All right. The next thing we need is a famous person. A famous person.
Yo.
Don't say
No, put it top and Bailey top.
He said let's talk.
Bond,
Bailey top, man.
Mark
Thanks.
Zuckerberg.
Lauren Hill,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg. Okay.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Rod Wave, King
Mark
Von.
Zuckerberg.
Little Brick James. Come on.
Like Elks.
Oh, let me talk.
All right, y'all. We gotta move on. We gotta hurry it up.
G-Money.
All right. So next we need a noun. So a noun is a person, place, or thing. A noun. My house. Tree. Okay, Oak Park Middle.
That's a good one.
All right. All right, next we need a number. A number.
Ooh, up really quick. 100.
7, lucky number 7.
All
That's my
right.
favorite number. Who said that? That's my
Oh,
favorite
y'all are
number.
quick with the numbers. Next, we need an adjective. So another describing word, another describing word. So we had, so like
Fancy.
pretty, fancy. Okay, let's see. We have pretty, we have red, tall, cute, old, intelligent. All right, let's see. Let's see which one we're gonna do. All right, and now I need a plant. Give me a plant. So like roses, fiddly fig, sunflowers. Oh, yes, look, someone put sunflower. Cactus,
Oh, that's different.
daisies, poppies, mums. Oh, y'all are good. Y'all are coming up with some good ones.
I've never heard of a mum.
You never heard of a mum? Yes. Y'all are creative. I love this.
Oh, those flowers.
Okay, I need a place. Give me a place.
The
So it
Grand
could be,
Canyon.
yes, so it could be a city, a town, Sonic, the mall, Los Angeles, Dubai.
Dubai. Okay.
Oh, y'all, I just went to Dubai in January and it is amazing.
Louisiana, okay. And let's see, Atlanta, give me an adverb. So something that describes a verb. So swiftly, quickly, happily,
We
lovely,
slowly.
fast, slowly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next, we need a proper name. So give me another proper name. So someone's first name.
Diamond.
Diamond. Let's see. Latanya, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
I love how y'all all just put y'all's name in there.
Right. Now we gotta choose. They're gonna be like, you ain't choose me.
Right. Why didn't
Right.
you choose me? All right. All right. And then a verb. So an action, run, jump, swim, dance.
Donda. Dance.
Punch. Ooh.
Skate.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Next,
Whipping
whipping nene. All right. Next, we need an interjection. So boom, kapow, bang.
Whoa. Yes.
Kapow. Boom.
Splat. Oh, splat is a
Splat.
good one.
What's flam? Whoosh. I like whoosh.
All right. And I need a song title, an appropriate song title. A song title.
Amazing Grace.
Not Amazing Grace. Vulture. Look, I've had at least out of the 5 F.L.Y tours that we've done, at least 4 of them have said Vulture Island.
And at least what? I had 3 say Cold Decembers and somebody just said it. Just said it.
So let's see.
That's my best friend. No, I don't think nobody album. Valuable
Song
Pay.
title.
Okay. Emotionally scarred. These songs sound a little depressed.
Right?
Ooh. We have some throwbacks.
I see Purple Rain.
Right, purple.
Rain.
All right, look. Someone been listening to some music. Their parents have done a good job with
I got this.
True Love. Okay.
Boys to Me. What y'all know about that now? For real.
When I see you. Yes, I love that.
Have a good playlist.
All right, and we need an adjective. Give me another adjective. So something, a describing word.
Not Charlie Wilson, last name.
Right, Charlie Wilson.
Cute, funny, look broken. Nice, happy.
Savory.
Okay.
Savory is a good one.
Ooh, yes, that's a good one.
Savory, that's a good one.
All right, and we need another adjective. Let's see what's in here.
Why?
We have.
I like why.
Melly.
Ashy.
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 Oh my goodness, y'all are creative. I love this. Not dusty. Plural noun. So a plural noun, more than one thing.
Cats. Be like something like cats, dogs,
Butterflies.
cars.
Kittens.
So it's like
people. Stink. Mice.
All
Okay.
of them. They're doing the not an adding an S, but changing the whole word. Call those.
I like it.
Mice.
Okay. And let's see, a verb. Give me a verb. So an action. Give me an action.
Cry.
Flying, jumping, reading, run. Okay, so swimming, skating, fly, laugh.
Dying. Coloring.
Oh no.
Footballing.
Screaming.
Okay. All right. So
drum roll.
Are y'all ready for our college tour? Here we go. So welcome to the University of Kobe. Our terrifying campus was founded by Lauryn Hill and built in 1806. We begin at our Taco Bell building. This building houses 22 classrooms. To your left, the funny dormitory is visible just beyond the daisies. Our students come from all over the mall because we slowly accept anyone who applies. We will end the tour here at Latanya Hall, which houses the admissions office. Feel free to slap an application. Whoosh, folks, you're in for a treat. The marching band is practicing our alma mater, When I See You by Fantasia. Notice how they march in a savory formation. It is the signature move of our university. Financial aid is available to all ASHE applicants. More information is available on our website, people.com. Thank you for screaming with us today.
Yes.
So how do y'all feel about Kobe, the University of Kobe? Does that match your social and emotional? Are y'all trying to go to University of Kobe?
I love the ASHE applicants.
Love the ass.
I liked it. So great.
I love it. I like it. It's straight. It's straight.
You know that.
It's the best. Yes, y'all did such a good job, guys. Look, I love how creative y'all were with these words and acting with it. 10 out of 10 would go.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's lit. Yeah, it's with the alma mater. When I see you, it's lit. It's lit, you know.
I think it was the savory formation for me though, for real.
Look, the Taco Bell building, I'm here for it.
Doctor said everybody gonna need lotion.
They need to be sponsored by Jergens.
Right.
All right, guys. So next up, we are going, let me stop sharing my screen.
Quick, give a round of applause for Kayla for leading that, guys. We thank her so much.
Thank you. All right, guys. So now that we have gone through our games and y'all have learned a little bit more about the 5-point match, we're going to get started with our next part of the F.L.Y tour.
Yes. We're now going to turn it over to Southern University New Orleans to share some important information about their university, housing, acceptance, admissions, majors, and the different things we went over they want to tell you about. So now you can see it like put to action. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to Suno. Yeah. And you all should be able to share your screens. Let us know if you can. We'll get you made a co-host.
Hey, how you guys doing today? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys.
Hey, good afternoon.
Mr. Adams, can you share?
No, it's not allowing me.
Okay, hold on one second.
Wrestler.
Okay, Mr. Adams, try now.
Let's see. Yep, it working.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. All right, how you guys doing today? My name is Byron Adams. I work in admissions and recruiting for Southern University at New Orleans. Here at Southern University of New Orleans, it's more than education, it's an experience. I have a brief slideshow for you guys. These are just some of the academic programs that we have here at SUNO. Just so you guys know, we are the most affordable tuition in the state of Louisiana, actually. To highlight some of our bigger programs that we do have, our social work program is very big. It's one of our bigger programs here. We actually partner directly with Department of Children's and Family Services. So you should have no problem getting an internship coming from here. Also is our criminal justice program. Our criminal justice program is pretty big. We partner with the Sheriff's Department. And also we are one of the only school systems to have a forensic science program in the state of Louisiana. Just to highlight a few. How we've been making progress since post-COVID-19. Obviously the pandemic is still going on, but we've kind of found a way to, navigate life through the pandemic now. So pretty much what's going on now, we have an expanding curriculum. We're looking to bring in a nursing program in fall 2022. We have recently built buildings and grown student body and programs. Our intramural sports is something that's very big on campus right now that we've progressed in since COVID. Flag football is very big. We also have an EA Sports intramural team as well. So if you play Madden, 2K, FIFA, things of that nature, I see a couple of hands raised. Pretty much you can actually get a scholarship to play students from other schools in those video games. Updated programs to return. As you know, as we've seen in the regular sports world, and so with collegiate athletes as well, a lot of sports programs were shut down, i.e. like the NBA with the bubble and things like that. So sports are returning to our campus in 22. More on campus entertainment for the student body. Here in Louisiana, we're big on crawfish boils and very intimate student body things. We even have like a bowling alley on campus right now. And they also help with that. We have on-campus testing and vaccinations to make sure when we come together, that it's pretty safe. So here at Southern University of New Orleans, we're right here in Pontchartrain Park. We're right on the lake as well. We're minutes from pretty much everything that attracts for New Orleans, as far as your food, your shopping, and everything. Everything is less than 10 minutes away, essentially. It's easy access to the food, shopping, and entertainment. I told you we're pretty much literally are the cheapest tuition in the state of Louisiana, partner programs. And here it's a more intimate class structure. You rather be one of 15 where the teacher actually knows your name than some of the bigger schools where you're one in a class of almost 100 students. So if anybody was interested in staying on campus, the dormitory life, and we've heard the oohs and ahs about that. But unfortunately, we do not have dorms. But on the bright side, we have apartment style housing for our on-campus living. You are treated as an adult, so you would have full kitchen with appliances. The housing is actually lakefront property. It's surrounded by all your shopping needs. So you would have a full service kitchen, a living room. The only shared space may be the kitchen and the living room. In some cases, depending on the layout, you may have to share a bathroom. So some of our on-campus activities right now, of course, we have our Student Government Association. We have our Greek organizations. I'm a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Roots of the Qs. Our intramural sports teams. On-campus recreational resources, we do have a full-size Olympic pool right in our university center, bowling alley, new gymnasiums, and in the student dormitories, there's also a clubhouse for you to play ping pong, pool, and fraternize with your other students. So that was my brief presentation. If anybody has any questions, feel free to go ahead and email admissions@suno.edu. And to get directly to the application, feel free to use the QR code or email us directly. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adams. Do we have anybody else from SUNO that was jumping in today?
Yes, ma'am. My name is George Hicks. I'm the director of the University Center in Intramural Sports. I can piggyback off of what Mr. Adams said in regards to some of the activities and some of the things that we have here in the University Center. I'd like to share my screen with you guys so I can show you just a little bit of what we have going on here at the University Center. Share the screen. Can you guys let me know if you can see the screen? Can you guys see the screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, cool. So yes, I'm George Hicks, the director of University Center in Intramural Sports. Here in the University Center, it's a multi-purpose building, which is home of different offices and departments. Here in this University Center, you'll find your career service office, your Veterans Affairs office, your nurse office, where you can come get vaccinated through the different partnerships that our nurse, Ms. Crosby, partners with. Ms. Crosby is actually the lady who actually gives us COVID testing, and she checks for those things. Here in the University Center, we also have our counseling services for students who come to college and may have some things they want to talk with an adult about that's outside the classroom and outside the resident spaces. Students can come here to University Center and speak with our counseling services. Also in the University Center, you'll find our campus bookstore where you can purchase nice SUNO shirts, kind of, get some SUNO gear to take home for you, your family, and other alumni. They can also shop in the bookstore. In addition to those offices, in the University Center, we have the Student Activities Department, the Student Government Association. The Student Government Association is an association of student leaders, which have a president and vice president in their cabinet. These students must apply with the required GPA of a 2.5 or higher, I believe, in order to fulfill one of the roles of a Student Government Association member. Also, I heard you guys mention earlier the trail program, which is also found in the University Center. To piggyback off of what Mr. Adams said with intramural sports is here at SUNO, and it's a recreational sport with less competitive than like collegiate sports. So of course we know about the major football teams and major basketball teams at universities. However, we have a recreational side of that. Students can engage in these activities during the fall and the spring. As a new director of intramural sports, I plan to make it very co-ed. Therefore, we can have a flag football for young ladies and flag football for young men, and possibly combine them. So these intramural sports can range from kickball leagues, basketball leagues, volleyball leagues, badminton, golfing, and tennis. These are some things that we're trying to implement as we're speaking now. In addition to intramural sports, we have esports or electronic sports, which is a form of competitive video gaming. Students who participate can join they can join different leagues by just using their student ID, right? Esports is nothing more than electronic sports and playing games online versus other schools, other friends. Some of those leagues consist of League of Legends, Super Smash Bros, Call of Duty leagues, Madden and 2K tournament leagues, and Fortnite. These are all leagues that students can engage in, participate in here at SUNO. And like Mr. Adams said, these students can actually obtain scholarships prior to coming for e-game sports. So e-games and sports is actually a league, like an actual team, right? We try to create these teams to compete with other individuals across the state, locally, and nationally sometimes, if we can make it to those levels. So if any students are interested in like e-gaming, are pretty good in like Fortnite, yeah, this is a place, you want to look into esports to see how it is that a fit for you. In addition to, like Mr. Adams said, I took a couple pictures of our bowling alley. In our swimming pool, we have a bowling alley which has 6 lanes, and a swimming pool which is Olympic size, go up to 12 feet deep. Each one of these venue spaces that you see here has free time where students can come in and engage in any activity they like. Prior to getting into the pool, you must go through the shower. Prior to coming into the bowling alley, you must have a mask on to engage in those activities in those spaces. However, these spaces are for the students who attend here at SUNO. And yes, there is not a doctoral program at SUNO as of now. So my next slide, I took a couple pictures of our game area and our lounge. So we have a massive lounge, which is currently being held downstairs. We have a career fair currently going on now. But however, here's a couple of games that we have, arcade style games in our center, in which students have access to as long as the building is open. Currently, the building is open until 5. Which we're currently working on extending those hours to 8 to have students more engaged into their social life. If you have any questions, comments, concerns you would like for me to answer as a director of the University Center in Intramural Sports, you can add it in the chat. For my high school seniors, it is time for you to start taking it serious and looking into some of these programs that is presented to you guys. So thank you guys for having me here today. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Someone says, is there a Kappa chapter there on campus? Yes, there is a Kappa chapter here on campus.
And someone asked about what is the year program for doctoring at SUNO. So are you asking about a doctoral program, or are you asking about a major that leads you into getting a degree, like a MD, like a biology degree or something like that, that you would do like pre-med?
You could join esports. Esports have multiple leagues. I'll answer your question in the chat.
How's everyone doing this afternoon? I'm Mr. King, the Assistant Director of Housing. I want to give you guys a little tour on housing this afternoon. I know Mr. Adams spoke about our housing department is a little different from most universities because it's actual an apartment complex, whereas you'll just be coming from your parents' home straight to your first apartment. I think that's a cool amenity that Southern University at New Orleans offers. The main part of housing here on campus is that we want to give you a engaging atmosphere outside of the University Center, as Mr. Hicks spoke of, and Mr. Adams. Our University Housing Office has its own staff with our director, myself as assistant director, accountant and bookkeeper, and our housekeeping and RA staff. Because this is a housing complex, ran like an apartment complex, we have resident assistants, and the resident assistants are here as community leaders. They enforce conduct standards, help develop social skill, and establish roommate governance of room and shared spaces. And they plan events as well in the community. So when the clubhouse closes at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they do plan events, movie nights, and different things of that nature. So what's cool about the clubhouse, we have our own gym, and we have our own game room. So again, after the UC closes, as Mr. Hicks talked about, you can always have these amenities open to you. So currently our community room types are single, double, and quad units. They are fully furnished apartments that include a washer and dryer, dishwasher, refrigerator, and the furniture. The bathroom, all freshmen are required to stay in quad units, and they have a Jack and Jill bathroom style. And when you say Jack and Jill, that's 2 separate rooms on each side, and in the middle, it joins together with a bathroom, and each resident have their own side. So here you see a picture of the shared spaces and also the living quarters. For our seniors that are on the call with us today, I know Mr. Adams can give you the same information, but this is how you can apply for housing here on campus. For any seniors that are looking to come to SUNO, if you apply by April 1st through April 30th, you will have priority housing that includes selecting your own preferred roommate. So frequently asked questions that we have here in housing, do you have to have a roommate? Yes, all freshmen do have to have roommates. We live by a living learning center here, so that it provides a living culture here on campus. When will you receive your housing assignment? If you are accepted to the university and you do decide to come here and decide to get housing here, all assignments will be distributed on July 1st. All housing contracts are from August of that academic year into that May academic year. We do offer summer school housing here at SUNO, and that is a separate contract. After moving in, you can change your rooms or your roommate. Do you have to purchase a meal plan? The meal plans here come with your room and board. And one of the main questions we have from a freshman, if any seniors are here, the freshmen have curfew, and are they allowed to bring their vehicles? And the question to both answer is no, you don't have a curfew, and yes, we allow all freshmen to bring their vehicles. You would just have to register your vehicle with the SUNO Police Department. And a lot of times people want to know, parents want to know, do students have to fully move out for the winter break? Winter break consists of the time that you go home for Thanksgiving or Christmas holidays. And to answer that question is no. You are allowed to stay on campus during winter break. Again, this is an apartment complex and not a housing. We use complete a survey to know who's all on campus during that break. If you have any questions regarding housing at suno, you can contact us at housing@suno.edu. And I see we have a whole lot of questions here, so I'm going to try to answer some of those questions. Our first question is, what is the cafeteria food like? I only been here like a month and a half, but I would say that our HBCUs dining facilities culture to our culture. So it's mostly foods that you're used to back home. So I know Mondays is fried chicken, on Wednesday with the red beans and rice. I'm not a New Orleans native, so excuse me if I didn't say it right. We have white rice, white beans and rice. A popular Friday item is fried fish and mac and cheese. So that's the type of items that we have in the cafeteria. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Mr. Adams answered that. Okay. So your meal plans are not on the card. Once you become a student, you're in our system. You go in the cafeteria, and your name will be on a list, and they will know who's able to come into the cafeteria. So housing ranges is from year to year, and the unit that you select. Again, we have 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 4 bedrooms. Of course, it will be cheaper as more roommates you have. I think now our 4 bedroom is like $2,500 for an entire semester. Let's see. We don't have dorm rooms. It's an apartment style. And we usually have a room swap and roommate swap day. Usually that goes on in September. So you're able to change your room and your roommate if need be. If you don't have any more questions, I'll let the next person give you guys some great information about Suno.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's give our representative from Southern University New Orleans a round of applause, guys. Hope you guys got some great information. You all asked excellent questions. So that was great. You guys have any? Oh, one more. Oh, my bad. We got one more. Okay.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Now that you've heard about admissions, housing, intramural sports, I'm going to talk to you about financial aid. I am the financial aid director here at Southern University at New Orleans. My name is Ms. Garrett. And you need to know this information because when it's time for you to embark on your college education, you need to know how you're going to pay for it, right? Because when you in high school, you may not have to pay for college tuition, which includes also fees. For those of you who reside on campus, sometimes the financial aid that you accept may not cover 100% of your tuition and fees. So it's important that one, you're aware of the tuition and fees that you may incur, as well as how much everything costs. So I like the fact that you was asking how much is tuition, how much is housing, so you're aware of those things. Here at Southern University at New Orleans, our office is located in the historical landmark building on campus, which is the Bashful Administration Building. We're on the first floor, room 164. Before you will receive any information from Suno Financial Aid Office, you must first be fully admitted. So for my high school seniors, you're not officially admitted until we get that final high school transcript. So yes, we can provisionally admit you and give you your welcome letter and all of that. But until we get that final transcript, which is after you walk across that stage, and congratulations in advance to all of you who are seniors, then you receive that information from us. We communicate with our students strictly via our campus email. Every student admitted to our campus will receive a campus email. Okay. In order to receive any information regarding to financial aid, one, you must first complete the FAFSA application. That is the free application for federal student aid. It is free, it's not paid. If you go to the wrong website, which is FAFSA.com, it will tell you that you have to pay about $70, $80 an application. And that is untrue. The application is strictly free. You create a FSA user ID and the Department of Education assigns a password for you. For those of you who are under the age of 24 and cannot answer yes to any of the bingo questions, then you will be completing, well, not really completing, each one of your parents have to also apply for a user ID number and a PIN number. By now, high school seniors, it is a requirement in the state of Louisiana that every student graduating complete the FAFSA application. So you should have already completed this application by now, effective for the fall. For those seniors who have not, make sure you do it as soon as possible. The FAFSA application becomes available for any student across the United States October 1st of every year. So there is no delay. There should not be a delay in you completing your FAFSA application. In the state of Louisiana, June 30th of the next academic year is the deadline date, but we ask that our students complete the FAFSA early because there are some federal programs that have limited resources like work study or SEOG grants that schools use, and that's awarded in the order in which you complete the FAFSA. So if you're applying to numerous schools and you're not sure, you may not get the same financial aid award at every school. Your award will fluctuate and be different based on the data that you input on the FAFSA. So please make sure that the information that you supply on the FAFSA match the name, your legal name that's on your Social Security card. So if you try to use any other name, you're going to get a reject because your names don't match to your social. So make sure that the names, meaning your first name, your middle initial, and your last name match, especially your date of birth. That is for you as well as your parents. Because if you apply for a PIN number, then you might be rejected because your identity may not be confirmed. Here are 4 ways that you can communicate with the SUNO Office of Student Financial Aid. We do have virtual office hours, but you contact your financial aid counselor for the link, and that's for anybody. You know, we still in the COVID time. Some people are not ready to come back on campus, but we do have access to have virtual appointments. We have a chat box on our homepage of the financial aid page for SUNO, where you can send a message and someone will respond within 24 to 48 hours. You can also communicate with the counselor via email. And as always, we are available by telephone as well. Again, this is some information pertaining to SUNO and the communication. Once you officially admitted to the campus, every student is given access to a campus email. Plus, you have access to look into the banner. It's called a self-service, where you log in with your assigned banner ID number, and you get to look at your demographic information, any financial aid related documents that's required. You can make your class schedule. You can meet with your advisor, all of those good things. This is a list of types of federal aid that you may qualify for. Pell Grant, SEOG grant, that is all free money. If you are anticipating being a teacher, whether it's in the state of Louisiana or anywhere across the United States, you may qualify for what's called a Teach Grant. This grant has stipulations. So you have to be sure from the beginning that you want to be a teacher. Then you can receive this grant. If during your college career you decide that you no longer want to be a teacher, that grant turns into what's called an unsubsidized loan, and your interest starts accruing from the first time that you receive that grant. So you have to be adamant that if you know for sure, this is the major, I'm not going to change my major, then by all means, you can apply for the Teach Grant with the financial aid office of the school that you decide to attend. So I'm giving you this information, whether you attend SUNO or you decide to go somewhere else. Every school has access to any one of these federal programs. College work study is just like a job. It is a campus job on campus. There is a maximum hours that you can work. Most campuses may offer you minimum wage, but again, it's a campus job. You can't work no more than 20 to 35 hours, depending on the campus that you're in. And campus hours are 8 to 5, unless you're working in a library or a rec center that's open on the weekends. And then you also have federal student loans. Loans is something that must be repaid. It is not free money. So when you're accepting loans from the Department of Education, understand you have rights and responsibilities, and this is something that must be repaid. And every school offers what's called a professional judgment. When you completing your FAFSA application, you're doing your FAFSA and you're using the income from 2 years prior. So if your parents' household income change for this year is year 2020, that's the income that you put in on your FAFSA. So if that income changed from 2020 up until now, you must speak with your financial aid counselor at the school that you attend to see what your requirements are to complete a professional judgment. It helps most families where a student may not qualify for certain types of aid. In doing a professional judgment, you may open up and qualify for more aid. And last but not least, Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, called FERPA. This policy protects you, the student, whether you come to SUNO or you go to any other school. Your parents, so although you're in high school now, you know, your parents can find out what your grades are, how much aid you're receiving, all of that good stuff by contacting your school. In college, you have rights. So we can't release any information to any third party. Your parents considered a third party when you're in college, unless you, the student, give us permission to speak with someone else on your behalf. The holder of this policy is in your registrar's office, on your campus, or in the Office of Student Financial Aid. So when you enter into college, if you want your parents to have access or contact various departments on campus to find out information on you, you must first complete a FERPA form because your records are held confidential. And thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I think you saw me, Kayla, but
Oh, there we go.
looks like we're almost ready to wrap up with that amazing information. I hope y'all were listening to all that, because all that was like good information and stuff that I learned some new stuff too about the e-arts and everything. So that's a really cool stuff to look into if you're interested in that stuff.
So I saw in the chat, someone asked, is there any tuition assistance programs or jobs for freshmen? So as she was saying, the work study would be one of those options for, for a job for freshmen. And Ms. Garrett had said that, you know, they work around your school schedule and you do get a paycheck. So that could so when you fill out that FAFSA, make sure that you're marking off work study so that you can be considered for the work study program. I 100% recommend work study. I did work study during my entire college career. I was in the Career Counseling Center, and it actually led me to my current career of helping y'all figure out what y'all want to do with for your career. So that is a option for students to find jobs for freshmen. Also, check out, once you have been accepted to your institution, you could also check out their career services. Mm-hmm. And they will often post jobs for students and internships.
That's a good question that I'm not too sure. Can you answer, Kayla? Do you have to pay taxes on work study?
Yes.
So work study taxes. It depends on the information that you report on your W-4 and your L-4E. So there, depending on how you answer those questions determines whether or not you pay taxes. Some school students pay taxes, some school students are exempt.
Gotcha. That was a great question.
Thank you so much, Ms. Garrett, because I was not quite sure. Okay. So let's see. So thank you so much to Suno. That was some great information.
Absolutely.
I definitely gives me a good idea of what Suno has to offer. And thank you so much, Ms. Garrett, for giving our students some more information about financial aid from the university financial aid office perspective. Definitely, as y'all start getting those financial aid award letters, as you're accepted to your institutions, make appointments with your financial aid office, reach out to them to make sure that everything is in order, that you've completed all your documentation and your verification and everything, so you can have your funds on time to pay those fee bills.
Yes.
Let's see. Anybody else? Final questions? I know it was a lot of information, so.
Yes.
No.
But there's only a few. So to my seniors, there's only a few weeks left of high school. So please be sure you are dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's.
Yeah, with that, y'all, thank y'all for participating. One of the things that we do typically do before we go is we share a word of wisdom. So my word of wisdom is when you get to college is be afraid to ask for help. It is a different time, and most colleges, including tutoring centers. So feel free to get help, whether it's in math, English, and even with writing, they can help you as well. And even if it's been really rough, also look, some schools have started implementing counselors too. So.
Yes, you guys asked amazing questions. You knew a lot of information already, so that was very, very eye-opening. Yeah. Did you share your advice already, Izzy?
Yes.
Yeah, just don't be afraid to ask for help. Yes.
Okay. And mine is always just simple, like be yourself. Don't be afraid to be authentic. Oh, the braces, y'all. Authentically you. Because you're gonna find people who are gonna love you for who you are. You're gonna build connections, networking opportunities, and different things just like that. So always stay true to yourself, and find people who are like-minded as yourself.
Yes, yes. And my piece of advice would be to have fun. Have fun and enjoy your college years, enjoy your high school years, but make sure that you know why you're there and how you got there. Keep your grades up so that you could keep your ACT and keep your TOPS money and things of that nature, because if you don't keep your grades up, you won't get the free money. So but also, like I said, enjoy yourself. Make sure that you have fun and go to these events on campus, join these organizations, and try to make a change. But also remember why you're there.
My piece of advice is to finish strong. So especially for my seniors, I know y'all are at the end and y'all are probably hitting that wall. Y'all have the senioritis and you're like, I am done. I am tired. I am ready for graduation. But keep pushing, finish strong to make sure, like Brian said, that you're getting that free money. So, make sure you're applying for those scholarships still. And even to my middle schoolers and my underclassmen, still finish strong. You don't want to tap out at the end of the semester. You want to make sure that you finish those grades strong so that you don't have to worry about it and that you're starting into the new year strong, into the new semester strong. Also, if you have questions for any of us, you can follow us on Instagram at mlca.class. So Instagram, so at mlca.freshman.sophomore.juniors.seniors. And we do check the messages. So if you have questions for us, and make sure you follow us. We post different things that you need to know as you go into your respective years.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Diamond said her words of wisdom is for everyone to stay on the right track. Thank you, Diamond.
That's good. So once again, everybody, thank y'all for joining us. We had fun with you guys, and us advocates I know we had a lot of fun. So feel free to make sure to keep a lookout for us on Instagram and Facebook, like the same.
Bye, you guys. And one more time, thank you again, Southern University, New Orleans, for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Until next time, y'all.